Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Okay, I am here today with my watercolours and a sketchbook, and I am just going to be doing some swatching. I will let these dry overnight once I've made the swatches, and then I will come back in the same video and just decorate them up a bit so that I can use them. I do make these quite often. You've probably seen me do it before, but today I'm going to do them just a little bit differently. Normally I will doodle on them, which I will do on some of them, don't get me wrong, but I have had people say to me, well, I'm not comfortable doodling. Not comfortable drawing flowers and stuff. What can I do? And I've often said, well, just use some stamps if you've got some little botanical stamps, because I usually doodle botanicals. That's just what I like to draw. But yeah, if you've got some little botanical stamps, use those. There's no reason you can't just stamp straight over these watercolours once they're dry. I don't really have any small stamps of botanicals, so I was wondering what else I could use. Just to sort of demonstrate, and I thought, well, why not use numbers? I like to put numbers on things. It's just something I enjoy, and I've got quite a few number stamps and little postage stamps and things like that. So I'm going to try some of those and see how they work out. Now, I'm sure they'll be fine, and I'm sure I will use them on myriads of things. Now, how do I use these? I use them as embellishments. I will stick these on top of a cluster, or just staple them to something, or whatever. They're just little decorative pieces that I add to whatever I'm making if I feel it needs a bit of colour and a bit of interest. So yeah, but anyway, it's going to be a sort of very boring process. You've seen me do most of this yellow page while I've been talking. I'm going to continue on and do a bunch of pages, and I won't subject you to all of them. I'll show you them all along the way, but I won't make you sit and watch me make little squares in every single colour I have, because, well, that would be very, very boring. Now, with watercolour, you are not, with any paint, to be honest, you are not, stuck with the colours that you have. You can mix them and make other colours. That's not a problem. I choose not to do that most of the time. This time I'm just swatching what I've got here. It's going to give me a bunch of really nice bright colours, so I'm okay with that. I'm just going to go with what I have. I'm not going to bother to wash my brush in between. I'm using just a water brush here. I'm not going to clean the colours off in between. I don't mind if they sort of mix up a bit on the palette. Eventually they will come clean, so not concerned. So I'm just going to keep on going until I run out of colours, and then I'll, like I say, let them dry overnight, and we'll come back in the morning in the same video. Okay, here at the end I did mix some of my paint. I still had blue on my brush and I grabbed some red because I wanted a bit of a purpley thing going on. So yeah, I did mix some colours at this point, but yeah, we're right near the end. So this is where I finished off painting and set them all aside to dry. And this is the final result. This is the next day and we have a bunch of bright colours on some sketchbook paper. So this is what I tend to do with them myself. I just doodle little botanicals on them and then, like I say, use them on clusters, use them, just all over the place, just to decorate whatever. So today, instead of doing that, we are going to try it out with some stamps, and yeah, I'm going to go with number stamps and just see how we go. I'll do a few on each page, a few of the same ones on each page, and then, sort of do a few different ones and just go through and grab different stamps and just try it out. And of course my ink pad is a bit dry, because when is my ink pad not a bit dry? So I'm going to re-ink that, make a huge mess, and oh well, a lot of my stamps will come out smudgy and weird because I'm not very good at re-inking. So eventually I will use up the ink that is pooling on the top. This is very thick ink, it doesn't sink into the sponge no matter how long I leave it. So yeah, I sort of poke at it with the tip of the re-inker, and that sort of works a bit. In the end I get a credit card and sort of smear it in, but I don't like it at all. But it is what it is. So yeah, it looks a lot better once I've re-inked it anyway. Although admittedly there's a bit too much ink now, but we'll work our way through that and eventually things will work out. Those of you who are stampers and card makers and stuff, just bear with me. This is not my forte. I enjoy stamping things, but yeah, I'm not practiced at it and I'm not good at it, and I don't know anything about it except for, just press this on this and stick it on your paper. So yeah, that's what I do. I'm sorry if it gives you the heebie-jeebies. Okay, it's about here that I get sick of being covered in ink, and I pack in the inking, the stamping, and go and clean up and grab myself a pen, and I will sit here and doodle a few with you. I do swap out my pen a few times while I do this. I'm not sure how much of that you'll see, but yeah, sometimes this sort of chalky watercolour clogs up your pen a bit, so yeah, it's a case of finding a pen that works nicely. I do end up with a little Posca pen at the end. The line is a little thicker than I really like for this application, so I just do a few and don't finish this sheet off to completely. So I will show you them at the end anyway. I'll leave you with some photographs of everything that we did, and yeah, I will sit with these in front of the TV or something and just doodle on them. It's something I enjoy doing in a bit of downtime, so I hope you give it a go. It's an easy way to make some embellishments, and yeah, they're unique to you. Okay, that's where I am going to leave it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you give it a go. Thanks very much for spending time with me today. I appreciate your company, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.